What's the difference of growing up being a fan of this ballpark and now coming here and it's a job to prepare people to work here?
So when I was a fan, I only came here one time, and I was kind of starstruck. Now it's like, how can we best prepare to win a game every night? So there's so many oddities in this ballpark, from the left field line, or down the left field wall to center field to the right field gap, and then down the right field line. So there's so many things that you have to prepare for, um, that I never really realized as a fan.
Now, saying all that, I'm looking at the ladder. I don't even know if they use that ladder anymore. But how do? And I know you hit 100 Funkos a day. How do you prepare for that ladder? Because there's 18 different things that could happen if a ball hits it.
You kind of don't. I think in the last 3 years that I've hit balls off this wall, I think I've hit it one time. So it's kind of one of those things where, you tell Quan, your left fielder, whoever may be out here, that you got to kind of play defense, and then your center fielder's got to bust butt over to, get the ricochet just in case.
Here's something I've been wanting to ask you, and it's not about this park, it's just in general. I hear Arch talk about this all the time, and you see it with outfielders, especially guys that haven't done it, getting too close to the wall on balls. Everybody wants to go back to get them. But what is the teaching lesson that you give your guys of when to know when, I guess?
So there's a couple different ball flights that this wall plays differently. So the sky high fly balls that kind of just graze off the wall, they will shoot straight down. So you can kind of catch those balls off the wall. The ones that are hit hard with some exit velo, that's going to produce more of like a trampoline effect. And when that ball bounces back, I've talked to Kwani, we want to be like roughly like 5 to 6 feet off of the warning track into the grass to kind of catch it either off of the bounce or in the air. And then the lower side of it, it's what people don't really realize is it's like tin. So when it hits the tin, it dies.
Right.
So above the tin, it's like a trampoline, like some sort of wood. It has like more of a trampoline effect. Against the tin, it dies.
Okay. All right, now you got a hard job coming up in the next 24, 48 hours. Obviously, you're going to try to win a game here tonight, but then we're going to go to Tampa. We're going to a field that I don't think we've played at. You haven't really worked at. Just give us an idea of how you're preparing to go to Tampa to a spring training facility and get ready for 4 games.
Yeah, so we've kind of been preparing for the last couple of weeks on their stadium. I've talked to a few other coaches around the league that work with outfielders, and just kind of pick their brain on how the ball flies there. It seems like it pushes into left and then kind of wraps around the stadium and shoots out to right. So what I've gathered just watching home runs or balls that are hit in the air, that it plays smaller in right field, so it'll shoot out to right field.
How much video do you watch of a park that you haven't, just all these parks before we go to?
A good amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sandy Alomar thinks highly of you. I say that because Sandy doesn't give many people nice things. But Sandy loves that you prepare the way you prepare. And then this is a you question. Where does it come for you in preparing the way you prepare? Like, what pushes you to be as prepared as you can be?
Well, first and foremost, I watch how Sandy prepares. So, a guy like him who I grew up watching, but then getting into a clubhouse with him and seeing how he studies the game has made me a better coach. But then when it comes to why you prepare, it's for your players. So I don't ever want Kwani to play a ball off this wall differently, and be unprepared, or Angel Martinez or Nolan Jones or whoever's playing in center field to play a ball or get a ball and feel unprepared on that. So, it starts with the guys that I surround myself with on the coaching staff and how they prepare, and then being able to have our players be prepared.
Speaking of that, John Kinsey, this is the last thing I'll ask you. John Kinsey's play. I thought he did a great job on that ball that ended up being a home run. Just gets called up second pitch of the inning that he gets in. What is the teaching moment lesson from that?
There's really not. I mean, he was playing in shade pool on a right-handed hitter, and he busts his butt all the way to the line. It just happened to just bounce out of his glove, especially when he hit the wall. But on the side of that, like, he's played that area extremely well. That's a very weird right field in terms of how the wall jets around. So like on ground balls, if it hits anywhere from that Kime sign over, his responsibility is to go towards that LL Bean sign and kind of just wait for a ball to kick that way. So yeah, I mean the home run ball, it is what it is. You can't fault him for his effort. It just popped out of his glove, but he's made other plays in that tricky right field area that save some runs.